Two people. Same savings, same income, same city. One bought a rental property. The other put everything into index funds. Both were completely convinced they made the smarter choice. But when you actually run the real numbers over 20 years, the gap will genuinely surprise you. Let's call them Jake and Marcus. Both have $50,000 saved. Both earn $55,000 a year. Their starting point is identical. The only difference is what they do with that money. Jake puts his $50,000 down on a $250,000 rental property. 3 bedrooms, decent neighborhood, 30-year mortgage at 7% interest. Monthly payment comes to around $1,330. His tenant pays $1,800 a month. That leaves $470 before any other expense touches it. Jake feels like he cracked the code. Marcus takes that same $50,000 and drops it into a total market index fund. No tenants, no debt, no hassle. He sets up a $300 automatic monthly contribution and practically forgets it exists. Nobody at his office finds this interesting. There's no story worth telling. Day 1, Jake has a real asset, a paying tenant, and something to talk about. Marcus has a confirmation email. Emotionally, it's not even a competition. But emotions don't build wealth. Math does. For the first few years, Jake genuinely looks like he's winning. Rent comes in every month, tax deductions stack up, equity grows. The investment feels real because you can touch it, see it, drive past it. Marcus logs into his account every few months, watches the number drift up and down, and feels mostly nothing. Year 1, $55,000. Year 2, maybe $61,000. No exciting moment, no milestone that feels like progress. But here's where the rental math gets honest. After 3 years, Jake has collected $64,800 in rent. Mortgage payments total $48,000. That $16,000 looks like profit until you account for everything. Property taxes, insurance, water heater replacement, roof repair, 1 month of vacancy, cleaning costs between tenants. After real expenses, Jake's actual cash in hand over 3 years sits somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000. And that still doesn't count a single hour spent managing the property. Marcus, meanwhile, has quietly crossed $76,000. 0 phone calls, 0 emergencies, 0 weekends spent on someone else's plumbing. Jake does have one real advantage: leverage. He used $50,000 to control a $250,000 asset. When the property appreciates 3 to 4% annually, gains apply to the full value, not just the down payment. By year 3, his equity has already grown to between $55,000 and $65,000. That multiplier effect is real, and it's exactly why real estate has created so much wealth over generations. By year 10, Jake's property is worth roughly $335,000 to $350,000. Equity sits around $170,000. But repairs, vacancies, and unexpected expenses have already taken $20,000 to $35,000 out of pocket, beyond the original down payment. Marcus has reached $165,000 to $180,000. Total contributions over 10 years, $86,000. Everything beyond that is compounding doing its job. 0 weekends, 0 stress, 0 surprises. At year 10, they're surprisingly close in total wealth. But how they got there is a completely different story. Jake worked for his, actively, consistently, sometimes stressfully. Marcus simply waited for his. By year 20, Jake's property has appreciated to somewhere between $450,000 and $500,000. Net cash flow over the full period, after every real expense, lands between $40,000 and $80,000. That number moves up or down depending on the market. Marcus ends up with roughly $420,000 to $460,000. Total contributions over 20 years, $122,000. Everything beyond that is pure compound growth. No debt carried it. No tenant headaches earned it. No midnight phone calls about broken pipes. One more thing. If Marcus had increased his monthly contribution by just $200, bringing it to $500, his 20-year total jumps to $550,000 to $600,000. In the stock market, contributing more has a multiplied effect through compounding. In real estate, investing more usually means another property, another mortgage, and double the workload. The honest answer isn't that one path is wrong. Real estate wins when the rent-to-price ratio is strong and you treat it like a real business. Index funds win when you want liquidity, simplicity, and your nights back. The real mistake is making this decision based on a headline, a podcast, or something a confident person told you, without ever running your own complete numbers. Both Jake and Marcus built real wealth. One just didn't expect it to take that much work. If you want to understand money the way it actually works, not the version that sounds impressive, but the one that holds up over decades, subscribe to Mary Explains Money. We break it all down, clearly, honestly, and without the hype.